In today's video, I'm going to show you how I completely transform my home in 1 hour thanks to all of the organization systems I have in place that are super easy and attainable, and anyone can do them. Do not underestimate what you can do in an hour. Let's go. So before we do any organizing, we need to deal with all of the clutter from a busy life and busy weekdays and, who knows what happened here, lots of different stuff. So I'm going to start by decluttering all of the counters, getting all of these items put away. Some items have to go in different rooms, some are recycling, some of it's house projects, some of it's work projects, kid stuff, a little bit of everything. So let's deal with this so we can move on to the next step. Now, you guys know nothing makes me happier than a clean and organized home, especially after hundreds of cleaning and organizing videos on my channel. But I also like to preach practicality and that things are not always perfect. Sometimes life gets in the way. So first and foremost, don't be so hard on yourself if you're dealing with a little bit of a mess at the moment, because we are going to take care of it together. I'm almost done with all of the clutter on the counters. Then I'll move on to the living room and get into all of these different sections and tips and tricks we're going to work on today. So my first organization tip is super realistic right here. All of you guys know I love a throw space. I love a bin or a basket with a lot of like items. Literally just starting with a fruit bowl here, nothing fancy, and transitioning over to the living room now. I'm about to put away a swim bag. So in the summertime, we always have a swim bag with all the different swim items in it. And I store it in the closet with all of the items in the bag. A lot of you have seen me organize toys, and I throw all of the toys of like items in the same bin. So not everything needs a perfect little spot. Sometimes you just need a throw space, and that is perfectly fine for organizing for anyone who wants just as easy as possible. Bins and baskets are going to be your best friend. So now transitioning into the living room, picking up all of these toys. And one thing I do with house maintenance and organization is I will have sort of like a loose schedule in my head. So the playroom, we typically do a light pickup every week, and then a real deep clean, real start to finish organization every month. And with the rest of the house, it's obviously a daily or a few times a week thing. Of course, if you're watching this video, you want to keep your house clean like I do, but some areas in your home don't need to be done every day, and that will make your life a lot more realistic. So next is counters. I'm going to wipe everything down. Then I'm going to show you guys a couple of really quick organization projects. Start the robot vacuum, then head upstairs. And I just have to tell you guys, the further I get into these routines, the more motivated I am to keep it going and really see the full transformation. So if you're someone that has such a hard time getting started, keep that in mind. Just get up, don't even think about it, start moving, start putting things away. And then once you're started, it's like, all right, well, I'm already doing this. It's already looking better. Let's just keep it going. for a while longer. So I'm almost done wiping down the counters here, getting everything straightened up and organized on them. And now we're gonna wrap around to the other side here and just continue the process and the transformation. So wiping down the table over here, I'm gonna go over to the dining area, wipe down everything over there. And honestly, I wasn't even planning on wiping down anything in the dining room, but since I was already wiping things down in the kitchen, I just kept it going. So that's what I mean. Once you start, it honestly is hard to stop. Now, in order to keep your home organized and maintained, you definitely need to find the motivation to do it in the first place. I am motivated by treating myself. I know that is very common, and this portion of the video is sponsored by FatFit Fun. I love this box, you guys. I've had it for well over a month. I have used products from this box literally every single day since I got it. And if you're not familiar with FatFit Fun, it's a lifestyle subscription. They send you 6 products seasonally from top brands across beauty, fashion, wellness, skincare, home, and more. And you guys, I feel like not everyone realizes this. You get to choose the products that go in your box. So I think that's really cool. And also, as a FatFit Fun member, I get access to shop exclusive flash sales from brands like Tarte, Glow Recipe, Olaplex, Love Their Hair Stuff, Barefoot Dreams, Free People, who doesn't love Free People, for up to 70% off. The average member saves $500 in their first season alone, which is so much money. Here's a refresher on everything that came in my last box. These earrings, retail value is $85, more than the cost of the entire box. This frying pan for my eggs every morning, retail value is $75. Then I picked out these ball and bangle capsule sliders. Retail value is $25. This brand is like all the rage right now. Everyone's talking about it. And then this exfoliating body bar, retail value is $30. It's coming up right here. I like to use this before my self-tanning routine. And then by Living Proof, I got this detox and clarifying shampoo, retail value $36, obsessed with that. And Ocean Eyes Eye Serum, retail value $58. And annual members also get first dibs at choosing box products, earlier shipping, and first access to flash sales. You also save $60 per year by going annual, so it's a no-brainer. Plus, if you use my code alexandrabeuter, you get a free gift valued over $200 with a new annual membership, and annual membership is definitely the way to go. Each season's box is valued at up to $350, but with an annual membership, each box is only $55. All right, guys, so we're just about finished up in the kitchen area. We're about to head into my office where I just did a big organization project with you a couple of videos back. And one thing that I really want to just emphasize first and foremost is there obviously is no magic trick to keeping an organized home. It really does come with regular maintenance. As much as we wish we didn't have to do that, that truly is just the secret sauce. And the realistic case for all of us is regularly going over all of these routines to keep them nice and fresh. So I just top to bottom, I organized this vanity in a video with you guys, and it was super satisfying knowing all of these small items have a place in there. It's made my life so much easier, and it's made the maintenance routine of this room way less time consuming. Having a spot for everything is just how you're going to keep your home organized. Of course, it can be a bin and a basket and a toss area, but some things have a perfect little spot like in this vanity, and other things are thrown into a basket. And I think that is really how you keep realistic maintenance around your home. So I'm taking care of some tech items here, and you know, this area is pretty much good to go, just wiping some things down, and then I'm done. And we're gonna move on to a pantry, and I love sharing realistic pantry organization because it really doesn't have to be super time consuming. It has been for me in the past. It didn't work, so I changed it and shared that with you. And today we're gonna do the maintenance routine to honestly keep it perfect with very, very minimal effort. So this right here is exactly what I want everything to look like at this point in the routine. Hair, makeup, and tech items are all put away in my office. There's nothing over here aside from whatever that is. And then the countertop over here is all wiped down. So now we can do a really quick pantry refresh on the organization in here and just make sure everything is well maintained. The first thing I start with is excess packaging. It might not seem like a lot, but you guys, excess packaging adds up so quickly and takes up so much unnecessary space. And I am going to organize all of these little individual snacks just because we're here and that's how I like it, but you could totally have a drop space for these items. And I also like to throw the vast majority of items in those bins in the middle so it looks all nice and capped, but inside you can just toss the items in and it really doesn't have to be perfect. So I have my acrylic white and cane organizers looking all neat and perfect inside, since you can tell. And then here are those drop stations I keep referencing. I'm just tossing the extra items in here, the snack items I know we're going to get through really quickly. And then those airtight containers, a lot of you know, I just like a couple now. It makes your life so much easier. One of the reasons I do like to go through here regularly is to make sure any items that will get stale fast are in those airtight containers, and also any items that just need to go, whether they're expired or we didn't get to them fast enough before they went stale, anything like that. All those excess items really take up so much unnecessary space, and honestly just going through your pantry weekly will help you to use up items you already have. It'll give you ideas of what to make for dinner, and I really feel like, this might sound dramatic, but I really feel like it saves me money going through my pantry regularly. It just gives me ideas of things to make for dinner, so highly recommend you do this too. And look at that after, so satisfying, and only took a couple minutes with our maintenance routine. We are all done in here and I am thrilled. And also guys, I wanted to ask you what I should organize in this basket. So this was our shoe basket, and then you guys voted on the cabinet. I still have this. I still love it. I want to keep it. I feel like this is a perfect spot for it. I just don't know what to put in there aside from shoes. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. We threw the recycling outside, and now we're just continuing to wrap up the downstairs organization and clean up routine so we can head upstairs and do a lot more tasks up there too. Keeping that pep in my step though to get this done quickly. And I just put away a little caddy we pull out every day when Forrest and Chad are getting ready in the morning. And now I'm going to start the robot vacuum. And one of the main reasons I wanted to include this in the video is because we all need to get that help literally wherever we can in order to keep our home nice and clean and organized throughout the week. So this is my little helper. This saves me so much time, you guys. Of course, I still like to do the deep cleaning with the steam mop and whatnot, but on a regular, just like everyday basis, this saves me so much time. It definitely keeps my house a lot more clean, and I am way more motivated to organize, because in order to have your home organized, you've got to get things off the floor, and I can't even use this if there are items on the floor. So that's what I'm saying about helping in more ways than one. So now we're going to head upstairs, and one way I will save myself time is just loading up the stairs with all of the items that need to go up there once the cleaning and organization routine downstairs is complete. And this really does save me time and help me get through this routine a lot faster, because I'm not up and down a million times. I just load up those stairs, and then I had these contacts at the top of the stairs waiting to be organized. So here's another one of my organization or organized areas that I love sharing with you guys. These oldie but goodie acrylic drawer organizers that are stackable and can be organized in a variety of different ways. And over the years, you guys have definitely seen me use them in so many areas throughout my home. So I'm just loading this back up with a new batch of contacts, and I love having items like this in acrylic organizers because I can see every single day that I'm getting low, and it's a mental reminder to reorder. So highly encourage that system for your home too. So next up, I want to share the laundry organization system I have. And I really feel like everyone should think of laundry as a part of their home organization, because if you do, I promise you it will be life-changing. So the only dirties right here, about to throw that in. If something is going to be hung up in Forest's room, I'll put it here to lay flat. If it's going in our room, I'll lay it here to go flat, if that makes sense. And then everything is folded right here. That's about to go in this basket. So this basket is the one that I use to put all of the clothes away. It's on wheels, as you guys know, and it just makes it so much easier and honestly so much faster to put everything away, because I'm not going here and back. I'm only making one trip. And then this one is the stuff that has to be ironed. So obviously we don't do a ton of ironing, and I don't even do it every day. I don't do it every week, but it's all here. So sometimes I'll just do things as needed, and then sometimes I'll do a bunch of things at once so I can fully put them away. This is the stain treater, and also just the random things that I find in the laundry. So hair ties, scrunchies, Sharpies, just whatever it is. Soap right here. Soap is also in the cabinets. And then this is the sock. So I go through this as needed. Sometimes I'm in a rush in the morning and we have to pull socks out for that day. Sometimes I will do the entire basket. It really just depends, but I found that socks slowed me down, and you know I need to be as fast and strategic as possible. So if you are struggling, I hope this routine will help you too. So you guys know laundry is a process. It's always something I'm trying to find the motivation for and always trying to find tips for, because it's just a problem that doesn't go away for any of us. So everything is all folded here. I just need to put it in the basket and put it in the drawer. So sometimes breaking up these organization projects, whatever they are, is really going to help you be a lot more successful in the long run. And it's just so easy to stack everything in here and then put it away. And I just have to remind myself, once it's half done from the day before, I can finish it and be done with it for the rest of the day. So that's how I like to break it up: wash it, then dry it, then fold it, and then put it away the next day. Of course, the KonMari folding that I always have to mention and recommend, because KonMari folding is everything. And being able to see the items standing up in your drawer, it's going to keep your drawers a lot more organized for the long run, and I'm telling you that from experience. It's just so much easier to maintain your drawers when items are put away like this. And you guys know I like to put items in the basket in order of how they're going to be put away. So Forrest is first, so I'll do his at the top, then Chad's in the middle, and mine at the bottom. So that way I'm not like rummaging through the basket. I can just work top to bottom, and it goes so much faster this way. So all of those tiny tips, that's what I'm trying to like emphasize here, all of those little things add up and end up saving you so much time. Now, one thing about me is I also think of just like any home straightening up as organizing, and I wish I could tell you that I made the beds every single day, but honestly, part of the reason I have my like everyday touching the laundry, putting it away every other day routine is because it makes me make the beds when I'm in there in the morning putting that laundry away. So I would say like half the time the beds are made every day, half the time they are not, but you know, it really does help encourage you to straighten up and organize the rest of your home. Like since I was right next to the bed making it, the books were there, I organized them back on the bookshelf. So I'm doing that a couple times a week. It makes it so that there's not some huge every week extreme several hours long routine of reorganizing the entire house because it got too far. Those regular touch points every day or every couple of days is going to make the biggest difference in the regular maintenance of your home. When it comes to organizing your clothes in your closet, I personally really like splitting up hanging versus folding. I do about 50-50, and for me that makes the biggest difference, and it makes it a lot easier to maintain my closet and laundry. Folding is super time consuming, and you know, folding literally all of our clothes, I cannot imagine how long that would take because I already feel like I spend so much time folding in the first place. But knowing that half of our items are going to be hung up is a big time saver. So if you struggle with the folding, consider that too. Well, can you guys hear that? I finished before the robot vacuum. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this realistic whole house organization, how I keep the house organized, maintain, routine, schedule, all of that. Recent videos are always linked down below and so much more. So check out that description box. I will see all of you guys right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye.